on Saturday, we will be doing the black tie event. So stay tuned for the end of the video. You don't want to miss that. Hey guys, welcome to the vlog this week. My name is Sonia. I live in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, which is very close to Nashville. Married to George, and we have 2 dogs that you'll see in the vlogs, Dexter and Maddie. George and I went to some yard sales Saturday. I saved the storage solutions for this vlog because I thought, you know what? Maybe we'll just do a little storage vlog here. But I just thought each day we would talk about a few storage solutions, things that I've been really happy with in the last year since I've been home. But this yard sale day that we had Saturday, the theme must have been storage because that is what we found everywhere. And I'm just going to start and show you what all I bought, and everything was priced really good. I really loved this kind of basket, and it was $2. This one just was a well-made basket, and I really thought it might be a cute gift basket if nothing else. Same with this. They were probably 50 cents to $1 on most of them. This one I thought was really cute, and it was $1. These were really cute. I think they were 50 cents each. This one was $1, but let me tell you about this. I was really mostly excited about this. These OXO storage. Look at this. This whole set was $3. It's got 2 of them in that one, and it's got 1 in that one. But I'm not through yet. And there was this one. I'm just so excited about that. I mean, for $3, that entire set, that was the big deal of the day. Then we found these. I showed them to George. This little spice shelf. I think we can use that with the spices. And it was only $1. The lady said, well, here's another one. And it was 2 of these kind for $1. And I'm not through yet. Next, I didn't even know that I bought this. This was just in the stack. But it looks like it could be a sock or underwear organizer. Okay, don't laugh at this, okay? Because it was 25 cents. And I'm like, you know, that is just the perfect little container to put in your pantry with little packets of things. The cheapest, ugliest buy of the day, but it might actually be one of the most useful. Now, I had been wanting to do something in the top of my bedroom closet because I have purses just thrown up there. I'm thinking that I'm going to put my purses in this. I've got 3 of these. I'll be able to organize my closet in a better way. That was $1 for all 3 of those. These were $1 a piece as well. So I have 3 of these. This can be used in the pantry. It can be used underneath a kitchen sink, which I really don't need underneath my kitchen sink. This one, again, don't laugh. It was $1, but I really liked it. Let's have a really good week this week. We don't really have a whole lot going on in the next 2 weeks during the day. And I am so grateful for that because I really needed some time here at home to kind of get caught up on things. I also want to do some planning for the channel and also do a little bit for Christmas stuff that I'm working on. Also planning to do Vlogmas, so let me know your opinion of Vlogmas and if there's anything in particular that you want me to do. I have decided, unless I change my mind, that I'm gonna do Vlogmas this year. And it may be the only time that I do it, but I at least want to do it so I can say that I've done it, because I've always wanted to do it and never had time. If I plan it well and have it structured, I think we can pull it off. You really have to have a support family when you do Vlogmas, because it is a little time consuming during a time in which you already have a lot of things going on. So I'm just curious what you guys think. Let me know if you like Vlogmas, if you would watch it. It would be a daily video. I would plan to do it the 1st of December through the 14th of December. Smaller, quicker, little vlogs every day, kind of based on what we did the day or two before. But the key thing is they do have to be small, but it would just kind of be a little bit of a daily cheer and, you know, what we've been up to. I might show you a special ornament or recipe. Honestly, the kind of vlogs that I like to see for Vlogmas are really just people getting ready for Christmas, what they're doing that day. Is there anything festive they're doing? Anything festive they're wearing? Where they're shopping? I mean, it's just kind of helping us get through the holidays. Let me know what you would like to see in these little Vlogmas videos, and I will be working on that. Also this week we have 2 events, but they're at night, and one is the Pregnancy Care Center fundraiser, and we've done this annually for I don't really know how many years. And then guess what? The next event is the black tie event. On Saturday, we will be doing the black tie event. So stay tuned for the end of the video. You don't want to miss that. All right, guys, let's get started on our week. As we go through the week, I will be showing you, 1, what, if anything, that I'm doing with all of this storage that I bought at the yard sale. And 2, I am going to pop in and show you something that I've really been excited about that I have organized in the past, just to revisit those storage solutions. So I hope you enjoy this week's video, and I thank you so much for being here. So let's hop to the week and we'll see what all we get into. Sorry about the lighting, but the pasta salad turned out great. It's packed with flavor, and I have never made a pesto pasta salad before. And I added my normal things: heat, salt, sweet, and tangy. Tangy being the apple cider vinegar, heat being the pepper flakes, sweet being the honey, and I added celery salt. It's really good. I've never made the pesto before. It's pretty packed with flavor. You like it? Hey guys, it's Tuesday, September 23rd. We have rain. We have been needing rain for probably a month now. I mean, we did have one day where it rained a little bit. We had thunderstorms all last night. They were not severe. They were just underneath that severe limit threshold, so it was good sleeping weather. George has gone to get his tux for the wedding this week for our black tie event that we're going to. We're going to hop into some storage. Like, I'm excited to show you some of the storage things that I've done this year, since the theme this week is storage. So we're going to get to that. But I did want to talk tech with you guys for just a minute. I'm a techie girl to an extent. Like, I'm not as knowledgeable about the latest things like I used to be. I just got off on a tangent yesterday and downloaded, or it might have been the day before, I think it was Sunday, I downloaded iOS 26. And I was so happy that my little iPhone 13 would take it. It won't do everything. So it is kind of making me want to get the iPhone 17 with the AI technology. But I'm gonna hold off for a little while because my phone is still serving me very well, and I'm also gonna be buying an iPad. But let me just say, I really like the iOS 26 features with the glassy technology. Some of you guys may not like the changes. It's a little more than subtle, but you have options. Like, you can change it back to the way it looked before. So there's no problem there. There's no need to be scared to upgrade. I just really liked all the new things that you can do aesthetically with the iOS 26. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and download it. So I am going to be ordering my iPad this week. I definitely want to use the Apple Pencil. I want to be able to take notes with the pencil. I want to be able to, a keypad, I want to add the keypad to it as well. And that way we can use it like a little computer when we go on our trips and things. I definitely am going to be putting another software on there. I think it's called GoodNotes. I'm going to figure out today what it is I need. And then more than likely tomorrow I'm going to be ordering it. But my iPad is just, it won't let me upgrade anymore. It hangs and sticks and it's just not active. It's really slow. It won't let me see other things that I can see on my Mac and my phone. It's not integrating well because it is just so far behind. So it's time. Yeah, let's get on with the storage because I know a lot of you just came here for the storage. This is one of my favorite storage solutions. I absolutely loved having my sock drawer in order by color and having them folded a certain way. It made my life so much easier. I can distinguish black from blue in my morning eyesight. And I just really grabbed whatever baskets I had. And this has been one of my favorite storage solutions. I absolutely love this. While I'm here in this dresser, I thought I would show you my pajama drawer. And this has more to do in the way that you fold it. You know, I just have it folded where it kind of sticks up a little bit, and then you can see all of your pajamas. while that doesn't have any containers or anything like that, like I said, it's all just in how you fold it. But it's right underneath my sock drawer, so I just had to show you that. I have really enjoyed that a lot. Before, I just had my pajamas stuffed in there, folded like you would normally fold things, and laid them on top of one another, and you couldn't see what you had. So this is a great storage solution as far as how you can fold them and make them look nice so you can see what you have. Maddie is doing her duty of checking on the neighborhood. She's over all the activity, whatever anyone is doing. She monitors them and makes sure that they're in order. Also, in the past year since retirement, I was able to go through all of our extra bathroom storage items and was able to put things in these little storage bins and just label. Nothing fancy, just, oop, the tag fell off of that one. It's probably turned around backwards. I gotta fix that one. But this has been great. I also have these right here of things that are refillable so that I can just reach down in there and grab what I need to refill the bathroom. This one has refillables. That got put in the wrong place. This one has just extra perfumes, lotions, I don't know, just backup things that I didn't want to throw away because I'm probably going to use them. Sometimes you just have extra. One of the things that we did this year was to buy these little totes and put them on the shelves just to give it a little more uniformity. And this has been wonderful because I used to fight with all this stuff lined up on the shelves. They would fall off. Now we just lift this down and there you go. And then you can easily retrieve what you need. And a lot of times we can just retrieve it from where we are without having to get it down. But I've got Tupperware. We got tired of fighting with that in the cabinets, so I just put it in here. A little more Tupperware. Bags. And I forgot what's in the corner. It's stuff we don't use. I think it's mainly like paper plates and things like that. I was so happy to get all that out of the cabinets in the kitchen. So, you know, as time passes, we have more things that we can figure out and organize. Like, I'm not happy with that right there. We just have too many bags is what that is. George uses a lot of bags when he dries out the herbs, so I'm afraid to throw them away right now. You know, it's always a work in progress, but anytime that you can find little storage baskets that work, it just helps you to keep things organized and keeps the frustration levels down. Okay guys, keep in mind it's been almost a year since we organized this pantry, but let me tell you, since we did, it's been easy to pretty much keep in order. So, you know, we have packet-like things in here, and it's continued over in here. Like, we know pretty much what's in here. Canned meats. We keep our canned veggies, the ones that we would use for dinner, you know, right in here. Oops, somebody moved the tomatoes. I usually keep them back there. Boxed items, pasta. I've got our beans. Oh my gosh, look how many beans we have. But we've done some stocking up in case we have hard times, you know what I mean? We have lots of beans and rice, but beans are on top. Pasta's kind of been on the bottom, and some in boxes here. Rice and pasta, little bags continued here. We have our baking goods right there, flour, sugar, cereals. Oh my gosh, y'all, we are better stocked than I thought for an emergency. We have lots of rice and then lots of tea bags on the bottom, cereal. But, you know, separating everything out and everything having its own spot has been great. We love this because you can turn it around. And then we used little baskets. This is just, I don't know, like a product came in that. And we kept that to put all these little packets in. So if you have little containers and things like this, it just makes things so much easier, and you can pull it out. And then of course, as mentioned, we love our OXO storage options. Little trays have this little thing to separate so we can store more. So I just thought I'd show you that because it also is one of my favorite things. And up here mainly is just our backfill. Like, these are just extra salsas, extras, you know, so that when we run out, we've got a little extra stock up there. We love to eat, y'all. This one is never really all that neat, but these are all those little snacky things that we grab from time to time, and I'm glad to have some little baskets. These are things I change up with the seasons. So I just added this over it. If you saw our fall vlog, it's these little clear totes that I ordered from Amazon. They came in like a package of 10. I used the rest of them underneath my kitchen sink. This is like bread, salad toppings, snacks that come in bags with chip clips. We just throw it in there. So when we have company, I kind of arrange it a little bit to make it look better, but you get the real life here. That's the stuff we grab real quick. We don't want to have to look for it in the pantry. I also have one basket here that I keep to-go snacks in. So this is like, if we are headed out and we don't get to eat breakfast or lunch, you know, I can throw this in my purse. And I try to always keep a snack in my purse, but I've got let me show you my favorite. I really like those. Probably have a little more sugar than we really need, but I really like those either for a little breakfast bar or a snack. We usually keep dark chocolate in here, so if we're watching TV, we can come open this and grab a square or two. We don't eat the whole thing at once. So yeah, these are my to-go snacks or little TV chocolates. I also have a thing where I keep gum, extra backup gum here. And this is just, you know, that's just how we live life. I went on a kick a while back to make sure that what we use and what we need is accessible to the room in which you need it. Really helps you a lot. So while it may not be pretty to have the dog food in the kitchen, this is where we keep it, because this is where we fix their dishes every night. And so I just splurged on these baskets not long ago. Okay, while it's not very pretty, it's been really helpful. This is just kind of our little catch-all drawer, and if you could see the way we used to have it, like we would straighten it up, but then it would just get into disarray until we started adding these little bitty storage things in here. And it does get a little bit out of order. Like you can see, the tape really is supposed to be there, but we throw these little opener things in there. Here's more dog covers. It's a little bit out of order, but you know, pretty much, I mean, I don't think we've worked on this drawer in over a year. So we have little wine stoppers, birthday candles. We do egg in a hole, and I use that, so I keep it accessible here. But yeah, I mean, love that. You should have seen it before. All right, I recently showed you in a video how I did the underneath our sink. I'm pretty proud of how that turned out. So I use these little clear containers, and you know, got some stuff down in there that we hardly ever use. We're just gonna put that back. Dishwasher tabs. I mean, I don't know. We're just happy to have those little clear containers. and then you can take it out and know and see what you. Well, the man is back from getting his tux.
I never looked so good on a Monday morning when I tried this on.
And he also splurged and went ahead and bought his Christmas present that I'm giving him. The big reveal. What is it? I bet you could guess. Woo! That looks snazzy. That matches my colors. It's beachy theme right there.
So this was not the one I went to get last week at the yard sale. But this has some things that no other guitars I have has, which is a 24-inch scale, shorter than usual, and very unique controls.
Are you going to be able to wait till Christmas?
I guess I'll have to. They forgot to give me the bar that goes in there, but I'll go back and get that Monday.
Oh, okay.
When I go and take my tux back.
Okay.
No big deal. I don't use it all that much anyway.
No wonder he was so excited to, quote, go get his tux today, unquote.
I did discuss this with you.
No, he did. He's done pretty good over the years. He saves up for stuff, but this is a Christmas gift, so I'm probably going to go buy something just as big.
I guess you get to go spend $500 on you.
Maybe on a new phone, but I was thinking I might wait till next year because I am going to buy my iPad with money I saved.
But that's not Christmas.
I saved up. Yeah, it's been years since I've bought an iPad. Years. So excited for you. You don't expect me to wrap it up. Can I just put a big red bow on it?
Put a bow on it.
Okay.
I've already seen it.
Thank you.
Now pretend that I don't have it.
Okay.
I've waited this long for it. I can wait another 3 minutes. Welcome to Wednesday. It's always so yellow here in the kitchen. I'm trying to find the best lighting. I have been really busy today working on all those storage pieces that I bought from yard sales over the weekend. And I've made some changes in the house, so I wanted to show you those. But I did want to pop in and say that we went to the Downton Abbey movie last night. We went to the Roxy in Lebanon, and they have the recliner chairs. Oh, it was so good. Did my Target order this morning, but the big news for me is that I ordered my iPad, and I knew I wanted the keyboard that went with it. I wasn't really aware that there was a Magic keyboard, but I went ahead and ordered that. It's also made by Apple, and I figured it would run better if it was made by Apple, and the charging situation was less of an issue as long as you got the Magic keyboard. If you ordered an off-brand, they did have a prettier keyboard that lit up, but you had to charge it separately. And then I ordered the pencil, and so I'm really excited to be able to take notes on my iPad and use it for planning, and I'm going to use it kind of like a laptop. And I went ahead and got 1 TB of storage instead of the 546 because I will have the availability to do Final Cut Pro on this iPad. All right, that's enough tech talk. Let me show you all the things that I have done storage-wise. All right, before I show you this, I just want to say that in the summertime, I'm more apt to make a protein smoothie, and in the winter, I'm more likely to have oatmeal. And I haven't had oatmeal much all summer. I did have a smoothie / oatmeal bar, but what I decided to do, since I had some new storage things, I just decided to have a oatmeal bar in the winter and a smoothie bar in the summer. I put up all my smoothie stuff in a little basket and put it in the pantry, so when spring gets here, I can get that back out and switch it back around. Or if I just want a smoothie on any random winter day, I just have to go in there and get it. It's all together. But let me show you what I did. All right, meet the oatmeal bar. So I have pecans in this. You know what? I'm just going to tell you, this is probably going to be for salads too, because some of the things that I'm going to put in here, I can put on a salad, like these little crunchy things right here. Anyway, I put pecans in this one. Now this is half of a quart size, and that's important to know. This is perfect. I want more of these. I'm going to order more of these because I want to put granola in one, and I want to put these Brazil nuts in one. I have 2 of these a day. I heard that these are really good for your health because they have selenium in it or something like that. It's supposed to be really good for you. It can be toxic if you have too many Brazil nuts. So they say, they really said only 1 a day. And I figured my body probably needed 2. So I have a big one and a small one, if you want to get technical about it. Honestly, when you think about it, you've got oatmeal, cereal, and yogurt. All of those I have on a regular basis. So once I get those extra ones in, I'll put those in here and I'll scoot everything over. So anyway, I do have cinnamon, protein, which is Orgain vanilla, I believe, and they call them protes. If you make oats with protein powder in it, the young ones call it that. And there's peanut butter powder. So yeah, I've got my greens and I've got my hydrate drinks, which I really like the Ultima brand. I use that. It's not as salty as some of the other brands because, you know, when we get older, we can't have a lot of salt, but this has just some extra. Sometimes when I'm just feeling down and I just need to be nourished, sometimes I'll just have one of these and it just lifts me up. So those are critical for me. I have a couple of packets of honey. If I get them in fast food, I just bring them in and put them right here because I can put it in oats or smoothie or whatever it is that I'm making. So I just wanted to show you that. I'm really excited to go in on Amazon and see if I can find this size. I hope I can buy them separate. I just need 2, but these are too small. So anyway, I just had to share that. This little dish is actually what I had on the counter before to hold all my smoothie bar things, and I used it. I was trying to think of how can I use this, and I put it up here. It fits perfectly so that I can still close the cabinet. But I put all the sweet stuff right here because, I don't know, sometimes it drips down and gets sticky if we haven't wiped it off good, and it just makes a mess. But if it does it again, I can just lift this out and just wash it real quick. I've got my monk fruit and it got all the sweeteners here. There's agave and there's a caramel sauce in the back that I use for coffee if I want to make a cold brew caramel salted coffee, which I hardly ever do. But I also did this today. You've seen us organize these cabinets before, so I just added an element to it. I added one of my green baskets. It holds a lot of green homemade spices, homegrown spices. Also, George has some more. We have rosemary galore, so he's got a good stash of that. You see what happens if you're not organized. You'll end up having 2 things of basil or oregano because you didn't know you had it. But I did put this in here.
I mean, you still have to take a few things out to be able to see the back. Honestly, I think it is better than just having it on the shelf and having to scoot everything around. So I didn't have room for the lavender, so I just stuck it in the corner. And I didn't have room for the sage, so I just stuck it in the middle. But it might be better to just put it all in a basket and just be able to lift the basket off. But honestly, we mainly use those few spices that are in the front, and everything else in the back are things that we just rarely use. All right, I had a lot of glass jars in the back here that I had things like rice, quinoa, beans, pasta. I forget exactly what all they were, popcorn. And you know what? We were not using it. I thought since it was right there, we would use it more. No, we still went to the pantry because that's where we've always gone all these years. So I'm like, this stuff is always just getting old and we're not using it. So you know what? I just eliminated that from here. I had these things in front of those glass jars, so now I'm just able to push those back against the wall, and we'll have onions, potatoes, and usually fruit goes here. All right, here's the bad news. All these things were the things in the kitchen, and now I have to find a place to put all of these things. I'm not sure that I might not want to order some more of the OXO things instead of the mason jars, because I just like that so much better. I don't know, maybe I'll ask that for Christmas. All right, here is the shake bar, things that I'm just not using. I never really got into the beet powder, but I know that will fit up in our pantry really easy. I'm just not sure about these guys, but we're gonna work on that later this afternoon. Okay, we have been in my pantry before, but I'm back in here today because I used this little thing right here. I just looked at that. It was 25 cents or 50 cents. I think it was 25 cents. And I thought, we need that because I can put all these little packets in here. Yeah. You know, we have taco seasoning, gumbo mix, biscuit mix. These are dips, and yeah, most of that's dips. And I put all of the mixes for desserts in this one. We have our pudding mix that we make ice cream in here. So all the sweet stuff is in here. All the packets are in here, and I moved all of the tuna fish and chicken cans in here. In this one, I put tuna on one side and chicken on the other. So at any given time, I can see what I'm running short of. So I like to keep a good stock of these so that we have some canned meat on hand in case anything happened. But I probably need to get a couple more tuna. This is the good stuff right here, Safe Catch. I love that, but I'm not opposed to having some lesser expensive tuna in there. And then this is all George's. He likes all this canned filet, trout, I don't even know, canned oysters, I don't know. That's all his stuff there. So that makes it really easy. All this stuff was just sitting in here. And I thought, all right, we can do better. So I'm really happy with this because I can see what I need in the inventory, and you can see what fun packets you have to cook with. Now you see the problem I have is trying to figure out where to put those. I have no idea. I haven't figured it out, but Hey guys, it is Thursday now, and this week is really moving on. You know, we've been working on the storage a little bit, and I haven't really filmed while I've been figuring this out because I really didn't know what I was going to be doing, how long it would take, and honestly, it's taken me a couple of days just working on it here and there, trying to figure it out, but I did. So let me show you a little bit of what I've done with these storage things up there.
It's a great solution. Okay, so I worked on these upper two cabinets a little bit more. And, you know, I brought these things out of the kitchen. I took them off of the counter because we just weren't using them in there. They were cute and practical, but we came in here to the pantry and would look for rice and beans. So, you know, it just didn't work. I have worked it in here, and our goal will be to try and use all that stuff up. Do you know how many times we've bought quinoa? We have so much quinoa because we always thought we didn't have any. Do you know how many beans we have? I mean, yeah, we're stocked up. So we need to use some of this stuff up. So I just put it up here. This is our backstop, but I'm gonna tell George, hey, look up here because we need to use all of these things up. So I put the green baskets up here. And let me tell you, George is not a huge fan of baskets like this. He prefers to just put them on the shelf and scoot them around. So what I did was a compromise. I put the things that I like and that I will be using in the baskets right here. Like all of my salsas, I've got backstop. I mean, he uses it too, but I'm the one that's most likely to grab the salsa and open that because I like my salsa and chips. Now up here, we're gonna be fixing a Mexican meal, homemade, before too long. And this is all the ingredients that we'll be using for that. And I just tucked that away in the basket. So my shake stuff, you can't see it, but let's see if I can give you a shot back there. I don't think you can see it, but I put my shake stuff that I had on the kitchen counter back there in a basket. So good use of the storage, I think. I'll always know that my backup stock of stuff is going to be in the green baskets or any specialty items that we're going to cook soon. You know, we can put up there, but yeah, I think that's going to work. At least we had the room and everything fit. I'm so happy that we found all these little storage pieces at the yard sale for next to nothing. So it's never perfect. Mine does not have a professional grade look to it, but it's certainly functional. And for me, that's the name of the game. I want it to be efficient and functional. So we use what we have. We look for deals and sales and pick up pieces here and there. And then you just make things better. And I like that. Making things better. That's a good way to look at it. So it is much better us having found these little pieces. So it's been a fun week playing around and getting some storage solutions taken care of. And, you know, I'm really surprised that I have found a spot for most of these little pieces that we bought at the yard sale. I do have one basket that I love, and I've only used it temporarily in the kitchen. It served its purpose for a day or two. And I don't know what else to use it for, but I'm going to find something because I love this little basket. We are going to a fundraiser event tonight with the Pregnancy Care Center. We've done this for years. So we're going to do that event tonight. I am working on a thumbnail today. We've been to the store to do laundry. There's ironing, just a little bit that I need to do. Not going to do that today. Probably be tomorrow or Saturday. I need to fold some towels, and I have some more in the dryer, and I need to clean the kitchen. It is already 1:30. Don't really have a lot of time to do all that, but you know me, I pack it full. All right, talk to you guys later. Hey guys, I always call you guys. I don't know, I started calling you that and I just continued.
What do you want to be called? I just keep calling you, hey guys. Well, I was going to do this tomorrow, and I decided I can't wait. I had a little bit of a delivery. It has been a long time since I bought an iPad. I held off for so long. It came in today. So I have the iPad Air 13-inch M3 Wi-Fi. I decided to go with the M3 instead of the M4. It wasn't about having the latest, greatest. It was more about just having enough memory for what I want to do. Possibly want to look at having Final Cut Pro on here as a backup. This one's going to be bigger than mine, I think. Oh yes, it's much bigger. I am so excited. Have a Magic Keyboard coming tomorrow, and it makes it like it's a laptop. So I have to see if that is going to work for me. You know, there's a lot of times when I read on this, I may want to actually have a normal case sometimes. So I'm not really sure. We're going to see. Much bigger than what I'm used to. So I'm really afraid to handle it too much without some kind of case, you know, because they can be really slick. Also, the Pencil Pro came in today. I'm so excited. I don't know what I'm doing yet. So, you know, we don't have anywhere to be tomorrow. And after I get my responsibilities done tomorrow, I will play with the iPad and the pencil, and we'll put it in its Magic Keyboard. So I want it to operate like a laptop sometimes, especially when we're traveling. But then there's other times when I want it to be like just a regular iPad. So I may actually have to order another case. We'll see what happens after I get in the Magic Keyboard, because it may bend in such a way where it acts like a normal case too. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm really excited, and I just wanted to pop in and tell you guys that it's just always so much fun when you get a new piece of techie equipment. I'm really excited for this. I've been patient and I've waited a very long time. I kind of want to turn it on, but I need to get my thumbnail made, and we have to get ready here before too long. So I'm just gonna sip coffee and look at it for a minute. I don't know what's happening with my hair today. I didn't style it, but I mean, that was kind of the perk about going short, is just get up and run your fingers through it and go. And that's kind of what I did. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I put a little bit of putty in my hands to, you know, kind of make it stick up a little bit, but you know, I don't know. I need to watch some videos on styling. I'm going to get off of here and get my thumbnail done. Will I be tempted to turn it on? Probably. All right, this is the vibe for the night. I know you can't see the rest of my outfit. It's basically just, you know, black pants. I noticed that I had this in the jewelry box, so that works well with it. I'm not used to using the camera and a mirror, can you tell? Yeah, we're going to this little fundraiser event tonight, so here we go. Happy Friday. I'm so glad that we don't have anywhere to go today. It has been a great day. We slept in late. I got my thumbnail done and changed George's sheets. Maddie is keeping tabs on the neighborhood there. Can you see her? George is mowing. When is he not? Just want to let you know I am anxiously awaiting my magic keyboard. I had a lot of fun yesterday with what little time I had. Yes, I ignored responsibilities all day yesterday afternoon. Had things I needed to be doing, but I just couldn't help myself. Played around with the new iPad and got everything set up, and it's a whole different experience. I love it. I love the pencil. I really like tapping it, using it as a stylus. I like writing things with it, and I'm loving it. So I just can't wait for the keyboard because I'm so afraid I'm going to drop the thing. All right, so I am cooking tonight, and I've picked a chicken linguine casserole. I think it's going to be pretty easy to make. Here he comes. Here he comes. We did have a great event last night. We support the Pregnancy Care Center, and we went to the fundraiser last night. We've been to every one for I don't know how many years. They gave me this for our table, being, I guess you call a table host. And we had a few people from our church that actually, gave to this. George headed that up. This reminds us that we help fill the gap sometimes between God and humans. We're getting them in touch with one another. I really like supporting the Pregnancy Care Center for people who are in crisis at that time of their life and they don't know what to do. They don't know where to turn. I will cherish this little thing always, and I'm going to put it somewhere where I see it because it is a reminder that as Christians, we fill in the gap connecting people to God. I mean, whether it's World Bible School or Pregnancy Care Center or this vlog, so that just means a lot to me. I'm going to be working in this closet because this week in this vlog, we're doing storage solutions, and I have some quilts that I want to get out of the way. I've been parking them in the sunroom, and it drives me crazy that they're just stacked up out there in a chair. And I want to put them away in a closet, and I've never been able to figure out where or how. But I'm going to try and do that today and put them right here because I have these things right here that I'm going to put some things that are already in there. I'm going to put those in that and hopefully create room for these quilts. I have no idea if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. And I'm going to do a time lapse and you can watch me struggle. Here we go. Let me show you what I have. First of all, the sun probably needs to be hung up somewhere. I just haven't done it yet. So I hung it there, and there you can see my dress from Dillard's that I'll be putting on tomorrow. Up there, I have put all of my purses. Okay, so these right two things have my purses, and these right here are like book bags, and those are just bigger bags. I had to put the totes in sideways, but that way I can reach in. As long as I have this stair stool here, I can just reach up there and get what I want. I don't change purses all that often, but I just rolled up the quilts. It fit better that way. One of my favorite storage hacks are these bags from Amazon, and I have used these for my catch-all drawers in my office and also for cosmetic drawers in the bathroom. I also used a label maker, which makes it easier to find things when you're in the drawers, and I love this. Like, I'm so glad I discovered these bags. They're so nice. Also, I have really enjoyed using candy plastic inserts as earring holders. So if you can get your hands on some of these without gaining too much weight, that's a great idea. Stay tuned because I'm going to have footage of our evening out, our black tie event. So don't miss that. George continues to mow. I'm just going to go ahead and close the vlog out here. Give me a like if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I love your comments. So, all right, guys, stay tuned for the rest. And I don't know which way it is. Whichever way it is. All right, see you guys next week.
We're going to get married. No, to a wedding.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
We'll never look this good again, so please get a gander.
Try not to think black whale with a cape, but you know,
Don't.
it
I'm
is
right
what
here.
He's thinking James Bond. You should have seen him with his pistol earlier. We'll try to get a few more little clips of like dinner and
We're going to
everything.
dance the polka.
Yeah.